Howdy shredders, young and old, what's up? Welcome to another edition of Learn That Solo. Apologies, it's been a little bit of a while since my last upload. I've been moving house and cutting my fingers on IKEA furniture. Fuck you, IKEA. But today we're going to be looking at the solo from Architecture of Aggression by Megadeth. Another delightful solo from Marty Friedman. So let's take a look. Alright guys, let's take a look at the first section. It's going to mostly take place around an F sharp minor pentatonic in this high octave area between 14th and 17th fret. Keep in mind we are in standard tuning. So I want to start off with a bend on 17th of the second string, and then I want to jump to 14th of the first, and at the end of that I'm going to do a pull off from 17 to 14 on the second string. Now that little idea I want to do exactly the same thing twice. Hopefully that's making sense. Then at the end of that, I want to do another bendy idea with a similar couple of notes. We're going to start from 17 to the first string now. At the end of that, I'm going to borrow the last three notes from the previous phrase, which was 14 of the first string, and then a pull off from 17 to 14 on the second. So all together, hopefully that's all making sense. At the end of that, I want to do a bendy vibrato on 17 of the second string. So we're just going to end on that delicious bend. So all together nice and slow thus far. Hopefully that's all making sense. The next chunk I do, I'm going to be using some of the blue notes from the blues pentatonic. I'm going to start off with a hammer on from 16 to 17 on the third string, and then jump to 14 of the first string. So there's going to be a bit of string skipping antics going on here. So I've got the hammer on, then the string skip, and then the roll going 17, 16, 14 on the third string. Hopefully that's making sense. I want to do pretty much the same idea, but I'm going to change the highest note of that phrase. I'm going to do a 16 to 17 as a hammer on again on the third string, but then I'm going to jump to 17 to the first string. I use my pinky. If you're confident enough, you might be able to do a flat ring, but that is up to you. So we've got the hammer on and then the pinky note on 17 to the first string. At the end of that, I'm borrowing that rolling legato idea again, playing 17, 16, 14 on the third string. So back to back. At the end of that, hopefully that's all making sense, I do a slight bend on 16 of the third and then jump to 14 and give that some delicious vibrato. At the end of that, I want to just do a hammer on into a pull off, going 14 to 16 and then pulling off back to 14 on the third string. And that'll get us ready for section 2. So we've got, hopefully that's all making sense. So let's try the whole thing from the start of this section, and then we'll do it again once again, even slower with some tabs. Here we go. One more time with some tabs. Okay, let's take a look at the second section. It's going to start off with this really cool string skip idea. I'm going to start from 17 of the first, jump to 16 of the third, and then 14 of the first. And we're going to do a pretty similar idea. We're going to invert that. So I'm going to start from 17 of the third, play 16 of the first, and then jump to 14 of the third. So it's going to go like this. It's just the same fingering, but we're just swapping the strings around. And I want to do that exact same idea twice. Okay, then I bring that back to 11 of the third string, and then I'm going to jump up the octave to 14 of the first. At the end of that, I want to play 11 twice, and then hit it a third time and slide back to 9. So let's try that little phrase. When I get to 9, I'm going to hit it 2 more times. At the end of that, I want to go, what I'm doing here is I'm doing a hammer on 8, 9, 8, so it's a hammer on into a pull off on the third string. And then I'm going to play 11, 10, 11 on the 4th. Alright, let's just try it from the little octavey part, and then we'll take it back to the string skips at the start. Let's go right back to the start of the section now. We'll do it slowly, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Okay, the next section is quite delicious. There's some fast legato stuff here, so be warned in advance. Let's start from 11 of the 4th string. I'm going to play 11 and then hammer to 13 to 14. Okay, and then what I want to do is jump down to the 3rd string. I'm going to do the same finger again. I'm going to go 11, 13, 14, but then roll backwards. So it's going to go 11, 13, 14, 13, 11. And then I'm going to resolve that idea to 14 of the 4th string. I'm going to do pretty much the same kind of rhythm again, but some of the notes are going to change. Let's start from the 3rd string this time for the next part of the run. I'm going to play 11, 13, 14 again, just the first note and hammering the next 2. And then I'm going to have 3 little chromatic bluesy notes here. I'm going to play 12, 13, 14, and then roll backwards on the 2nd string. And then jump back up to 14 of the 3rd. All together. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to do a very similar idea now to that 2nd shape that we had from the 2nd string. I'm playing 12, 13, 14 again, just working up. And then when I jump down to the 1st string, I'm going to go 12, 13, 14, and then roll it backwards 13, 12. And then jump up to 14 of the 2nd string. So we've got pretty much the same idea rhythmically 3 times in a row. Hopefully that makes sense. And then I've got sort of a slowed down, staggered 3 notes, which is going 12, 13, 14 on the 1st string. Let's put it all together from the start of the section thus far. Okay, hopefully that's all making sense. And then I just work into basically a straight descend of an F sharp minor pentatonic. I just start with a slightly higher note. I want to start by playing 19, 14 on the 1st string, then 17, 14 on the 2nd, and then I'm going to play 16, 14 on the 3rd and 4th. Okay. And then I jump to 16 of the 5th string. So let's just get that much and then we'll deal with the end of it. Okay, at the end of that, I do want to hit the 14 of the 5th string, but I want to hammer that into 16. So it'll go. And after we've done that hammer on, I've got a mini sweep or a little moment of economy picking. So I've done my hammer on. Now I'm going to sweep from 16 of the 4th to 16 of the 3rd, and then end that on 14 of the 3rd string. It's a gentlemanly vibrato, wouldn't go astray. So we'll go from the pentatonic run, and then we'll take it from the start of the whole section. Alright, let's take it from the legato run out at the start, and we'll put it all together. One more time with some tabs. Okay, last section. This is relatively simple. It's a little bit quick. We're still going to be working around sort of pentatonic-y ideas here. I want to start off with a pull-off from 19 to 14 on the 2nd string. And then I want to pick 17, 16, 14 on the 3rd. And then jump to 16 of the 4th string. Let's take that slowly. I'm going to do a very similar idea, but we're just going to do another pull-off. This time, instead of going from 19 to 14, we're going to go from 18 to 14. Now the next 4 shredded notes are the same. So let's try those 2 ideas back to back. From 19 to 14, 18 to 14. We'll do another one now this time, but from 17 to 14 is the pull-off, and the other 4 notes are the same. At the end of that, I'm ending on 16 of the 2nd string. So you will hear a bit of chromaticism going. from that 19 of the second string. Let's try that all one more time, a little slower. At the end of that, I'm doing a bend on 15 of the first string. At the end of that, I'm working down sort of a bluesy, pentatonic-y idea, I guess, with some eviler notes in there. I'm playing 14, 13, 12 on the first and second string. At the end of that, I want to play 13, 14 on the second string, so I go. At the end of that, I've got a tone and a half bend. So we want to bend 14 till it sounds like 17. It is quite a big adventurous bend, but anyway, that's from the second string. When I bring it back down, I'm going to play a regular 14 and then 12. At the end of that, I want to play 14, 11 on the third string, and then resolve that 11 with some delicious vibrato. Let's take it from the start of the section, and then we'll do the whole thing even slower with some taps. One more time, some taps. And that was the solo from Architecture of Progression by Megadeth. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. I'll catch you real soon.